Now we're continuing Brachos Mem Gimel. So Rav Ada Barava Ahadar Kari Lachore. So they had, remember, when your Rebbe passes away, you have to tear Kriya as well. So they had torn Kriya. So he took his jacket that he had the Kriya, and the Kara Kriya Chrina, he tore another Kriya. Omer Nach Nafshe Derav Ubrichos Mizon Lo Gamrinan. We are in real trouble. That means our Rosh Hashiva passed away, and we have these kashas about basic halachas. We had nobody to answer us. So we're in Avelis a double time. Ahu Saba Ramalahu must Ad Asahu Saba until an old man came. That we have a Masorah that whenever it says Ahu Saba, it refers to Yonavi. So Eliyahu came and bailed them out. Ramalu Masista Braisa. And again, he showed the steer that we just showed between the Mishnah and the Braisa. That by designating a place where they're going to eat is considered like a seiba. That's the halacha psuka. Period. Then we said hesebu echad mavar. If they did lean at a meal, then in a chanami one could bench for everybody. Amarav lo yishanu ala pas the boya seiba. That's bread. Aval yain lo boya seiba. If they're going to drink wine, so that creates kviyas asud among all of them, even without a seiba. Rav Yochanan Amar afilu yain nami boya seiba. No, even yain requires a seiba. Even yain requires a seiba.
Yeah. It was mixed in.
Ikad other people learn Amar Rav lo yishanu la pas de mahanya le haseiba. There, when you pass, so leaning creates a situation where one can make the zimun for everybody after. But yain no, even a seiba doesn't work. No, by yain, if they're leaning, like they're having a wine party and they're leaning, one can make the bracha for all of them afterwards. Meisvei, we ask a kasha. Ketzat seder a seiba. How did they do a seiba? Orchen nichnasim v'yoshvin al gabi safsalim. The visitors would, so this was sort of the way meals would work. The guests would come in. The Yoshval Gabi Safsalim, they would sit on benches. The Gabi Katedros. Katedros is like a throne. Ad Sheichnasu Kulam. Until everyone would gather. Heviulem Mayim, and then they would bring him Mayim from the Tisadayim. Kolech V'achad Yodo Yodo. Then everyone would do the Tisadayim. Achas. Bolem yayin, and then they would bring wine. Yayin, everyone would make their own broth. All of sebu. Then they leaned. Ubolem mayim, and they brought more water. Yodo. If everybody had already washed their hands again, one of them would do like a ceremonial natil siday. Bolem yayin. Now they bring him wine. And even though everyone had already made a bracha, one now would make a bracha for everybody. Now, the boy, according to the Rab that said that when only pas requires a seba, so kasha resha, so the resha that we brought is a kasha, what we said before. So shiny orchin. Now, it looks like what happened here is when the Orchim first gathered, they were in like an antechamber. They were in a lobby. And it's like when we used to go to the old bar mitzvahs and they would pass around, you would be in the lobby and they would pass around things. Yeah. Then you would be entered into the main sudas. You'd enter into the main area where they're going to eat. Shiny Orchim is a title maker. So they knew that they were going to move places. And that's why you have new brachas having to make. Now, that only pas helps for this. So the seifa that we brought was a problem there. Shari Hossam, de migu to come on le'aseba le'pas, my le'aseba le'yan. We use the concept of migu. Since the seiba helped for the pas, it helps for the yain as well. And that's why one can be mavarch for everybody. Shalosh ben Zoyma. Amru, why did they say bol hem yain b'sachamazon? That all of a sudden, if yain comes within the meal, kol echad ve'echad mavarch la'atzmo. Everyone has to make their own bracha. But if it comes la'achar hamazon echad mavarch l'kulam, one can pater everybody. Amr lahem hoil ve'ein beisabliya ponri. they're busy eating during the meal. Ve'ein leiv ha'mesubim ela mavarich ela levloa. They can't concentrate. All they can do is swallow. The Beis Habliya is not pony for that, and that's why. They can't concentrate on the mavarich ela levloa. So I guess that's why they have to make their own bracha. They can't have kavanah to be yotzei through the mavarich. Okay. And we said at the end of the meal, I guess the foods that they ate, had very pungent odors because we see they wash their hands with oil and then they use this incense, because they wanted to get rid of these smells. Okay. So immediately the same person who made the bracha on the yayin for everybody made the bracha on the reach for the mukmer. So seems to imply that there's somebody that means there should have been somebody else who made the bracha. Even so, since he started by making the birchas hayayin, he continues. Now, why would it be somebody odif minei? Since hu natal yodav chila, he would do it b'achroina, so he would have the right to make this bracha. So Messiah the Rav, Amrav Chia Barashi Amarav, Hanoitel yodav chila, ba'achrona hu mezum in levracha. That means the one who's given this honor of washing first, he's the one who makes the zimun afterwards. Period. Rav Chia, Havayasvi kamei the Rebbe do sudasa. Rav and Rav Chia, we're sitting in front of Rebbe by the Suda. Now that's important for us. It creates good chronology, because remember, Rebbe is the last Tana. Rav and Rav Chia were in the first generation of the Amoraim. By both of them, normally Rav is, throughout Shas, most of the time he's an Amoira. It says, Amar Rav, Amar Shmuel. It's a statement. It's not Tznan. There's no, okay. But there are many times where all of a sudden we'll quote halacha of Rav, and then we'll bring a baraisa that seems to be a stira. What does the Gemara answer? Rav Tanahu Upalig. Rav has the koyach of a Tana, so he can argue with the baraisa. Normally, if Shmuel or Rav Yochanan or Rish Lakish made a statement, you bring me a baraisa that is opposed to Rav Yochanan, what would we say? To Yufta, to Rav Yochanan, to Yufta. We knocked Rav Yochanan out of the box. If you bring a piece of Tanaitic literature against Namoira, you've knocked him. But there are a number of places where it says both by Rav and Rav Chia. There's a few places in Shas where it says Rav Chia Tanahu Upali. Because you see, they're in that generation immediately after Rebbe. They're in the first generation after Rebbe. So that's why by them they could say there's a few cases where it says either Rav or Rav Chia or Tanahu Upali, but by nobody else. So you can see Rav and Rav Chia were sitting at the suit of Rebbe. Normally Rebbe LeRav, Kum Mashiyatcha. Rebbe told Rav, go wash your hands. Chazia Davimirtin, and he was very nervous. Normally Rav Chia, Barpaxi sort of is a derogatory term. Ayin b'birchas mezona karmela. What he's telling you, he's giving you a hint. You're going to now have to bench. Now, benching, you can see, has very complicated halachas. Who are you motzi? How are you motzi? When these ain't. So he gave me, listen, go quick study the Hilchas Brachas, because he just told you wash your hands. Now, what did we just say? Whoever's given the honor of washing hands first is the one who benches. So that's what Rav Chia told Rav. Am Rav Zera Rav Yehuda. Am Rav Zera Am Rav Bar Yirmiyah. Me'emes ha'mavarchen al reach. Now, you drop some incense into the fire. Okay. At one point, do you make the bracha on the reach? We're going to see there's a bracha that you make. It says mishita aletim raso. When the smoke rises, when the smoke begins to rise, that's the time when you make the bracha.
And the Pope is elected, huh?
Say again?
The Pope is
Right,
elected.
when the white smoke comes
yeah.
out. Amar Rav Zer Rav Bar Yirmi v'haloi ka'orach. What about smelling? Amar lei. That means you haven't smelled yet. Amar lei ulatamech. When you say amoitzi lechem in haaretz, demavar v'haloi ochal. Well, there also you make a bracha. You haven't eaten yet. Eladaita lemechol. Your mind is you're about to eat. Here also, when you make that bracha, you have in mind that you're about to smell. Amar Chia Bereda Alo Bar Nachmeni Rav Chisda Merava. Army laws. Some people say it's Amar Chisda Mer Zeiri. Kola Mugmaros. All of these mugmers, these spices that you put into the fire for smelling afterwards, mevarchen aleim boirei atse besami. That was the bracha. Chutz mimosk shemen chayu, right? Musk,
is an
which was
animal.
some kind of oil that came from an animal.
Yeah.
Shemavarchen alav boirei minei besami. That's the classic bracha that you make boirei minei besami. Meisvei will ask you a kasha. It says, "Ein mevarchen boirei atse besamim ela ala parsimen shel beis Rebbe," the persimmon of beis Rebbe, ala parsimen shel beis Keser, the persimmon of the house of Caesar, ve'al hahadas, and the myrtle, shebechol makom. And so it doesn't mention these things. To Yufta, Amar Rav Chizra Rav Yitzchak, Hai mishcha da parsiman, my mevarchen alei. To Yufta, that means it's a kasha, we don't resolve it. Amar Rav Chizra Rav Yitzchak, Hai mishcha da parsiman, my what bracha do we make on this persimmon oil? He created the shemen of our land. Excuse me. That's Bar Minei Rav Yehuda Chaviva Eretz Yisrael. I understand. What is the bracha except for Rabbi Yehuda loved Eretz Yisrael so much? So that's why he said Borei Shemen Eretz Yisrael. What about others who don't love Eretz Yisrael like Rabbi Yehuda? Kula Amamai. What is the bracha? Amar Lei Hachiyam Rav Yechon Borei Shemen Orev. It was another bracha. Amar Avada Barava Hai Kashrasa. Rashi says kusht. Huh? Is there
Yeah,
any?
kusht.
Huh?
It's a spice. It's part of the Ketores.
Costus.
Okay.
It's one of the 11 spices in the Ketores.
Okay. Mevarchen alei boirei atse besamim. So we make it boirei atse besamim. Aval mishcha kavisha lo. The oil of a kavish. What does he say that is from? What's mishcha kavisha?
I don't know which is immersed.
Vus?
Immersed?
It's immersed. I guess it's blended with something.
The costus is immersed in oil.
Aval mishcha kavush. It's soaked in oil.
Yeah, you don't see the.
Lo.
Yeah, you don't
Then
see
you don't
it.
make a borat
Right.
simon. Rav Kahana Amar Afilu Mishcha Kavisha, that even if this eitz had been soaked in oil, you would make that bracha. Mishcha Tchina lo, but if it was ground, not. But Nardoy Amar Afilu Mishcha Tchina, even if it was ground, you would make the bracha. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow morning.